Nova. So Nova is the site of October 7th, where Hamas successfully infiltrated Israel through a very strategic ground operation. I think there were more than 50 ground sites that they infiltrated. Nova is this light festival. It's very like a concert, dancing, and you stay up all night and you have this amazing festival. So all of these young people were just having the time of their life. And at 6:30 in the morning, 6:29 a.m., when the sun rose, Hamas came in and they killed over 400, I believe, raped, tortured these men and women, took hostages, paraded them through the streets, videoed them. This was the exhibit that I got to go through in Toronto. I believe it was the only forensic exhibit, meaning that you can, if the actual stuff from the site, video footage of Hamas murdering, raping, torturing these people, and phoning their parents, telling them how proud they are about all the Jews that they killed. Here we go.
What they call
Spies.
Spies, Mustapha. He murders, and they say he was very brutal. Bare hand, he murdered, I think, 5 or 6 Palestinians.
Jeez.
And the Israelis arrest him.
Right.
And they know he's a very dangerous
for
person.
killing Palestinians.
Yeah. And they know he's a very dangerous guy, but he's unlike the other terrorists in the Israeli jail. He never did any terror attack. He never killed any Israelis. Let's say, again, it's funny to say it nowadays looking back, but he wasn't one of the the heavy guys in the Israeli jail.
Yeah.
But they knew he's a very dangerous guy, and he learns Israel very well. He knows Israel very well, and one thing he knows, especially after the Gilad Shalit agreement, is park here in the parking lot, is that's Israel's soft stomach. I don't know if you use that phrase in English, but
soft
vulnerability,
underbelly. That kidnapping is so when they come here, one of their main goals is to kidnap as many people as they can. Nowadays we know that they didn't even imagine how successful it will be.
Yeah.
And we know that by the fact that they had Israeli hostages keeping in people's houses. Because they made places shelter underground for the hostages.
Right.
But we know now that there were tens of people
that were held in homes in Gaza.
Overground.
Yeah.
They didn't have enough space for all the hostages.
How many in total did they take?
250. 251.
Yeah.
So we're here at the Nova site where over 400 innocent Israelis were murdered. We're kilometers from Gaza. You can hear that. It's like artillery, gunners being loaded. This is surreal and heartbreaking, and it's a lot to comprehend. And the wild thing to me, you can hear the artillery in the background, is our tour guide is like, "You're safer here." I said, "Why are we safer here? We're right near Gaza." We're like, Gaza's like right there. And he said, "Because there's nobody here. Iran won't hit here right now. In Tel Aviv, there's 2,000 people per square mile. There's nobody here. They want civilians."
has a bomb shelter. You can go in. And what happens is that when the rockets start flying, so what people do is they come in here to hide. But then what happens, that's the beehive.
Yeah. Watch your head there.
And then what happens is that these places become a death trap. And in every bomb shelter we see on this road, approximately 15 people were murdered. Some people were saved, not all died. You probably heard the very famous story about the man that threw out all the grenades. He threw out 8 until the 8th one killed him. I know someone that her sister was murdered in the same one, the same bomb shelter. And I think what caught me and I find very, very shocking is the understanding that what you thought, what we thought was a shelter became a death trap. And I think it's right for many things in our life that sometimes the places we feel the most protected at some point become the places that are most dangerous for us. And that's how many people, instead of running into the fields, they ran into here because they thought it would be safe, and then there's nothing you can do until you're trapped. And one grenade is enough. Actually, I know a few people who were siblings who were killed in one of these bomb shelters because they wanted to hide.
This is the kibbutz?
No,
No.
This is where the cars would come
that's the car.
from the highway.
Yeah. So we will see from the outside, and we will talk about it a bit. 1,150 cars in this parking lot, and
They bombed them, obviously.
no, what you can see is that the terrorists, they came with a very, very strong burning liquid that gets to a temperature of like 3,000 degrees Celsius. And what you see here is the remaining of the cars. And what happened is that they had to evacuate the cars. They didn't know where, so they just brought them to a field that was open that belonged to someone from this Moshav Tkuma, and they put the cars. And when they wondered what to do, then they realized that they have to make it into some kind of an exhibit, of a memorial exhibit. But you can look.
So some of these
All
cars
the way
were
to the end.
cars were burned, and these ones weren't.
Yeah, so some of the cars were burned, and some were just, shut down or accident or and I'll tell you.
So is this the way they're going to leave it?
So yeah, they made it into an
Exhibits, I see this.
So some of them they have like the story of the car.
I can see that.
So this in front of us, what you see that says 252, it's an ambulance that was in the party. It's 1,500 something cars.
1,500 cars. That's almost the same amount of number as the people killed on October 7th.
Yeah, because some cars were, some cars, were in the kibbutz or in the
Right.
places that the people weren't inside. And some cars had a few people, more than one people. They also have
Some people were just traveling.
Right.